I was going through a archive of comic strips that a guy made for the Bench back in 2000. You remember the
Oh
Bench?
shit, yeah. No, I have been going through the Mr.T verses.
Oh, the
Do
Sean
you remember
Babies?
those at all?
The Sean Baby thing?
Was it Sean Baby? All that I can find is like the archives GeoCities sites.
Huh. I think that might be Sean Baby.
The sun is going down, and all over town everyone is heading for the pillow and the sheet.
Those Jibba Jabba Battle.net fools, I'm gonna kill you. Looks like Blizzard is in trouble. Here I come, you suck of Blizzard. Looks like Blizzard is going to get it. And Blizzard is represented by Dr. Evil from Austin. God, this is fucking horrible. Oh, that's where I'm gonna throw you hella far comes from.
But in the kitchen there's a stirring, there's a clicking and a whirring, and a pitter pitter pat of little feet.
Send flame
Yeah, some
slash
of them get pretty
comics.
long. They have multiple parts.
Yeah, God, that's beautiful.
Like when he fights Menudo, it's like this grand thing that happens, and then Ricky Martin comes back from space.
After having been thrown hell of a far by Mr.T.
Right.
Yeah, I was reading this thing. So like Penny Arcade, one of the things that it did when it was just getting going is it released a set of images that they let people on their forums assemble however they wanted into a comic strip. Like they released a blank background and some figures that you could easily like cut out in Photoshop, and you could make your own comic strips like paper dolls basically. And
Mm-hmm.
they would publish them on the site. So this was how one of the ways they built community engagement in the early days. And I found this guy's website who was like famous for being one of the Bench creators, and like a lot of things that I remember being like original Penny Arcade jokes are actually jokes that this guy wrote.
Whoa.
Like there's this whole band of data that you can't access through that comic strip anymore. That's like this guy from the community, and he started off just making like kind of simple gags. Like the first one he did was so there was a movie adaptation of like Julie Taymor's version of Titus Andronicus had just come out, and he has I can't remember the name of the heroine in Titus Andronicus who has her tongue cut out and her hands severed after she's raped, but he does that to Gabe from Penny Arcade. And the squirrel's like, I told you should have made another Matrix reference because nobody's going to get this one. And then the thing that he was most known for was he did a whole series of bench strips that are basically retelling the story of Watchmen. And he actually went so far as to start like doing weird Dave Gibbons meets Penny Arcade illustrations. I mean, they're interesting. And I found one of the strips in the middle of his Watchmen series where the premise of it was that somebody else from the Bench community had emailed him and asked, "Hey, can I do a Watchmen strip?" And he said, "Well, I don't own it." And he made a strip about how weird that was because he kind of realized that he'd like crossed a certain level as an artist, like he was being respected. And in the strip, Gabe says, "Well, the Watchmen comics aren't even going to be the series that I'm remembered for." And the squirrel that Gabe talks to says, "Oh yeah, what are you going to be remembered for?" And he says, "Titus Andronicus." Like he had an artist's ambition there. Because you can become an artist very easily, and like a relevant artist very easily. But what happens when your platform just gets destroyed? They got rid of the Bench. It's not around anymore. This guy helped Penny Arcade become the comic strip that it is. You think they're saving it? They're throwing any of that PAX money his way? Fuck no. I don't want to make the point that he was exploited, because I don't know if it's exactly that. It's just like, what happens to an artist when other people are done using them?
So I feel like Yeah.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
No.
Buenas noches, little roaches. As the sun sinks in the west, it's time to scurry from your nest, for night approaches for little roaches. And nighttime is the time you like the best.